Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play Stantastic Time. We played this a little while ago. I think in September. And it just vanished from itch.io. And I go, just on the whim, type in itch.io on A Stantastic Time, itch.io on to Google, and I found it. They parted ways. The person that created this game parted ways with the creators of the company that they were posting with, and started their own company. So now we have a different. I think chapter 1's a little bit different. I know there might be a few changes here and there. So, and chapter 2's in here. There's a chapter 3, which comes out in a month. So let's play chapter 1 and 2. What is your name? Today we are going to go flying. Have you ever felt like you were born in the wrong time? Yeah, I know. The tale as old as time, right? Every young person says that. But they don't really mean it. My friends remind me of my cell phone, laptop, various video games, and of course instant gratification of online shopping. But at the same time, the opportunity has been sucked dry of this world. It's never been harder to do what I do. Oh yeah, because you're supposed to be an artist, right? And what do I do? Well, nothing. I mean, sort of nothing. I had this boring job that was okay, you know, but I made a mistake and got fired, and it's been hard to find a good job since. Plus, I feel like I'll never find a job in art due to all this AI garbage. And that's true for art, because so yeah, excuse me if I long for the time where you got paid a living wage and didn't have to fight a robot for a paintbrush. And don't get me started on the dating scene or education. I'll do anything to leave this time.
Anything?
Wait. Oh yeah, it's voice acted. And that sounded like Bill. Actually, it sounded like Bill. Huh? Huh? Am I asleep?
Hey! Hello?
It does kind of sound like Bill. It's definitely not Alice Hirsch playing Bill. Who's there? Suddenly, the crowds of my dreamscape escape apart, and standing there in this Suddenly, the clouds of my dreamscape part, and standing there is this triangle with a top hat, and it sounds like Bill.
Ah, so those awful hearing blemishes of yours do work.
So if he echoes, it would actually kind of be amazing, because doesn't his voice echo to begin with?
What's wrong? Feline got your equine?
I love Bill. I actually just love Gravity Falls to begin with. What does that even mean? Who are you?
Ah, humans and their slow comprehensive functions. Ha! How fun!
Are you flipping me off, Bill? Are you flipping me off, Bill?
Name's Bill. Bill Cipher.
Okay, it definitely is not Alex Hirsch's level.
But you can call me B-Dog.
I'm not calling you B-Dog. I'm calling you Bill Cipher. I think I'm good. What are you?
Questions. Look, kid, you can think of me as like...
He's a dream demon.
Your fairy god triangle.
Can I return you and get Cosmo and Wanda? A fairy? That's what you are? No.
Close enough. I mean, I grant wishes and love collecting teeth.
Yeah, I would rather have Cosmo and Wanda. What was the last part about teeth?
Details, details. Anyway, I'm here to grant your wish.
My wish? My wish? About living in another time?
Ding ding ding, we have a winner.
He definitely has a little less euphuism as Alex Hirsch's voice. You could do that? You could do that? Really? Oh yeah, I already know.
Do that? Ha! I've written, choreographed, produced, and funded a whole musical number about how I can.
I'm pretty sure just take my teeth and do it. Wait, you could bring me back in time?
Well, you would have heard that if you just listened to my awesome musical number.
Nah. Knowing Bill, I probably would pass. Sir, I'm shocked. You can seriously make that happen?
Well, duh. I'm amazing.
Instead of Bill, it's, what was that, internet meme that, Alex did? Where it's, Bill's cousin, basically. What? Well, then, what are you waiting for?
Well...
What's wrong? And why are you not acting more mischievous?
I need something from you for this to work.
What, no, I'm not giving my soul.
I mean, who just gives wishes out for free?
Cosmo and Wanda. That Godmother and Cinderella did. And then Cosmo and Wanda.
That's just what the mouse wants you to believe.
Cosmo and Wanda. They're from Nickelodeon, they're not from the mouse.
Real fey creatures require a trade of sorts. Or a deal.
That's more like a demon. A deal? That's more demon-like.
Oh, it's nothing, really. Something small. Actually, you'd be doing something good for the world.
Okay, I'll buy it. What is it?
Well, you see, there's these two guys I know. Great, really, but destined for an untimely death.
Yeah, I because it's Bill, I definitely know this is for his benefit, not us, because death.
You know that bus you're on? The one driving through that rinky-dink roadside tour in Oregon?
Yeah, the one was probably gonna go to the Mystery Shack? Yeah, the one the one with all those mysteries. Gravity Falls, I believe.
The kid's quick. Coincidentally, if those guys meet here in Oregon, they'll die.
Yeah, I don't think so. What? Why? That seems oddly Pacific.
Space-time, blah blah blah. I can't tell you.
Timey-wimey stuff?
All I need you to do is hang around one of them and keep them away from each other.
Nah. Okay. Oh yeah, because I could date the one from... Okay, we're gonna go with, Ford this time. Again. That's all you want? Keep them away from each other.
It's just to protect them. They're great guys who could do some amazing things for the world if they live.
And they could also do great things if they get together.
You just need to save their lives.
Saving a life. That doesn't seem bad. And this triangle definitely doesn't have any red flags. I guess helping people is a good trade-off, right?
Exactly. So, do we have a deal?
I took a good long look at this guy. Everything about him seemed especially suspicious, but I am the one who wished for opportunity. It's like, deal. With that, I shook the triangle's hand. I drove awake to the bus, but he did a bad mistake. Where are we?
Oh, this little old place? Just the space-time roadway. A lot of fun, really, as long as you don't get caught by time police or, that dumb baby. Trust me, you think speeding ticket court proceedings take forever in your dimension? Try getting a ticket here!
So where are we exactly? To those guys.
Well, you only really need to deal with one of them for this to work.
Wait, so where are we going exactly? To those guys?
Well, you only really need to deal with one of them for this to work.
So who am I meeting?
Tell you what, I'll give you a choice. One that will affect your gameplay.
My game what? My what?
Never mind. Here, tell me. Do you prefer intellectuals or bad boys?
We are going with intellectuals today. Willie's a 40-foot long gray sea monster supposedly discovered by a explorer named Vinerino in the 16th century. Legend has it that in reality, William Storr was actually Vinerino's former assistant, who was hit with a misfired spell due to his neglect and hubris. To make matters worse, Vinerino left no remorse for his neglect and continued on his voyage, leaving William shaken, scared, and thirsty for revenge on the spore kind and those who idolize. Okay. Great scales, weakness, molasses, 40 feet long, fashion. Okay. Can you read cursive? Select no. Will alter text. Oh. That's so much better now.
Nerds, huh? Can't say I'm surprised.
That makes this so much better. From the last time, because I had a extremely hard time. It's not that you can't read cursive, it's harder to read cursive on a computer screen compared to handwriting. Because computer accessibility. Before I can ask Bill to elaborate any further, he forces it on the brakes. I can feel time and space shift around me as the colors outside the bus warp at light speeds. It feels like a theme park ride I want to get off of. Whoa, hey, slow down! Suddenly, the bus comes to a screeching halt. I brace myself for impact as I'm flung forward towards the front of the bus, but I'm surprised my feet stick to a place by the door as if a magnetic force holds them there.
Whee! That was fun.
And let's hear a Ford's voice. I think I'm gonna hurl.
Bodily fluids are hilarious.
Where are we?
Take a look.
Where am I?
Backupsmore University, Wilmington, North Carolina, 1970-something.
It's like we don't even know the year. This isn't the TARDIS. A college?
You said you like intellectuals, right?
Yeah, but not all people in the universities are intellectuals.
Well, this place is crawling with nerds. And more specifically, the nerd I need you to distract.
Right. So, where can I find this guy?
That six-fingered know-it-all is probably pushing pencils in the library.
It's like, Bill, do you have some knowledge of this guy? A pair of triangle ear. Suddenly, Bill poos away, and I feel something touch my ears. A pair of triangle earrings?
Pretty cool, huh? I'll be using these sexy little hearing lobe decorations to communicate with you when I can't be front and center. Oh, and also,
Yeah?
they won't come off.
No, I'm stuck with Bill Cipher. What?
Calm down. They'll come off later. I need to make sure you hold up your end of the deal now, don't I?
About that. I don't think fairies make deals. I gulped nervously. Suddenly, I really regret making a deal with this guy. Yeah, because it's demon.
Anyway, you ought to head to the library.
I nod, hold my breath, and wondering just what other stuff this fairy was capable of.
Now take a look around. You'll know it's the right guy because he's a freak with 6 fingers.
It's like, Bill, you're pretty much more freaky. A freak? That's not very nice, though. I thought this guy was a porn, and he's your ex.
Inside joke. You had to be there.
I quirk an eyebrow, but moved through the library looking for this guy. 6 fingers. It's kind of cool. It sounds cool. I heard about polydactylism before. Surprisingly rare, despite the owner carrying it as a dominant gene. Which actually still doesn't mean anything. Because dominant and recessive. I wonder what it feels like to hold that sort of hand. I kept walking for a little while when a book from the shelf caught my eye. 1984. I always thought this book was interesting, though a bit extremist. I never read it. Still, the romance kind of always spoke to me despite its circumstances. I reached for the book, but hear a sigh behind me as I do.
Darn.
I'm sorry, did you need this book? I turn around and hand the stranger the book, only for it to be met with a 6-fingered hand. Yay, Ford! Are you okay?
Exceptional.
Ford sounds more like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove than, Ford's actual voice actor. I brain farted on his name. Oh, that's good.
Wait, I mean, you're, oh no. I meant, wait.
J.K. Simmons. Got it. He seems speechless as he sweats through his shirt, and damn, there's gotta be some muscle under that sweater vest. I was sort of thirsting over the 6-fingered stranger until he nervously dropped the book he was holding onto my foot.
Yeah.
Ouch!
I'm sorry.
It's like it's not that bad. At least it wasn't Journey to the West, all 4 volumes at once. Before I could respond, he sort of runs off. Wait, hold on! Shh. Oh, sorry. I run after the guy and look all over the place. But nowhere. I can't find him. Where is he? Go Stags. Okay, I love the little posters right there. Great, now what? I sit under the staircase and groan until I hear two voices conversing.
How bad could it be?
Fiddleford, a.k.a. Old Man McGucket.
I was ridiculous, Fiddleford. I couldn't even look them in the eyes.
It could be worse.
I'm a complete troglodyte. And the worst part, I'm senior year. I thought I would actually get through college without having one of these nasty romantic encounters.
It's like, I was just handing you a book, Ford. Romantic?
Aw, Ford, buddy. Romance ain't so bad. It's actually a hoot once you get past all the nerve jumping.
You don't get it. I told you what happened with Kathy Crenshaw. And then there was that kissing simulator incident. Nobody but
Similar.
my brother would call me anything but cyborg smoocher after that.
Look, it ain't so bad. Maybe we'll never see him again.
And then you see me. Suddenly my legs start moving on their own. My eyes blink and a foggy yellow tints my vision as I see my body coming out from behind the staircase, chuckle with a wave at the two men. My throat is tight as I try to ask what's going on, but my lips won't make a movement and my vocal cords won't make a sound. Because pretty sure Bill is possessing us. It's like when you try to scream in a dream, but you just can't. Is this what Bill is capable of? There's far more stuff he's capable of. I feel worried as I begin to wonder what else he might be capable of. Suddenly, I came to again, my vision returning to a normal spectrum of untainted color, and my voice able to produce sound again.
Oh no, it's you!
Ford blushes and looks like he wants to run off again, but Fiddleford doesn't look anywhere ready to let him.
What my pal here means is,
What my pal here means is,
he's sorry for running off like that. Right, Stanford?
Oh, right. My associate here is correct. I apologize,
Lion. I extend my hand to shake. Lion. Fiddleford seems to bit his lip in shame as he does something wrong as my hand remains extended. Ford seems to bite his lips in shame as if he's done something wrong as my hand remains extended. All while he brush stays relentlessly present.
Introduce yourself, you Scarborough Watcher.
Stubble watcher. Ford stutters and clears his throat.
My apologies. I was startled by your unique presence in the library and reacted on the flight end of my fight or flight.
At least you reacted in the flight and not the fight and just knocked me down.
I'm Stanford. Stanford Philbrick Pines.
Ford takes a big gulp before slowly and shakily sticking his six-fingered hand for a shake. It felt big and sweaty. I sort of like it. I smile. I pressure to meet your acquaintance, Stanford. Ford stares down at our shaking hands and back up to my smiling face as if he's surprised I haven't pulled away.
Likewise. Oh, and this is my roommate, Fiddleford McGucket.
Oh man, good bucket. Old man McGucket.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I chuckle at the juxtaposition between the two men as Fiddleford spits into his hand for a shake. No thanks, I'm good.
You darn city folk.
I'm not city folk. I'm from the year 2025, and we just got a couple years ago. We had a thing called pandemic. So no.
So, what do you study here at BMU?
Oh, art.
You're an artist.
Yeah, totally. Yes, I am.
That's wonderful. You know, I dabble in art myself.
You're a true artist, though, Ford. I'd love to see your stuff sometime.
I'd love to show you. Anyways, we'd really ought to get going. It's almost sunset after all, Fiddleford.
Oh, about that, Ford. Emma May and I are supposed to do something tonight.
What?
Of his little girl.
This close to capturing evidence of Willie.
This girl. Willie? Phil Ford seems to have a light bulb go off in his head.
Maybe your new little friend can help you with Willie.
Sure.
What? But that's dangerous and...
He still sounds like, more like Kronk. Guys, who's Lily?
Loch Ness, whatever, Wilmington.
Fiddleford, we don't know yet that even has an interest in the paranormal.
I do. Ford's face is red as a fire engine.
Besides, need I remind you once again that Willie is a dangerous and unpredictable beast?
So you're hunting a Loch Ness monster?
Not exactly. It's less of a dinosaur and more of a sea serpent.
Well, the Loch Ness monster is considered a sea serpent too, so...
Willie is a 40-foot-long giant snake of the sea, first discovered by an explorer called Verrazano in the 16th century. At first, I wondered if it was just a silly tale told to tourists to sell snow globes downtown. But Fiddleford and I saw the thing on our way to go train spotting.
Train spotting?
I noticed it when the smell in the air changed from the molasses factory to a fishy smell of death.
It's like, just death and decay.
That's when the big gray serpent leapt around the water like a dolphin.
It's probably is a dolphin. Whoa, that sounds really cool.
It was so cool!
Okay, that's the Kronk. Ford seems to light up.
Anyway, ever since then, Fiddleford and I have been pursuing the thing with a camera, but we haven't gotten a good shot of it. Just blurry tails and scratch marks in the sand.
Well, I still think your darn camera needs a computerized update.
You don't need to computerize it.
Pish posh. You and your fangled, computerized this and that. What we really need is someone with an eye for photography. I do it myself, but I have to be recording the findings in my notebook.
I didn't say I was a photographer. I said artist. Artist doesn't mean photography.
Well, I reckon this would be perfect for them on account of their major.
I'm not a... What? That's if I did marketing.
Right. You are artistic, aren't you?
Well, yes.
In that case, this may be a hefty ask,
This
but
doesn't mean I do photography.
you wouldn't happen to have any interest in joining me on my expedition, would you?
I'd love to. Ford seems absolutely elegated.
Really? Oh my goodness, you're even more perfect than I thought.
You want to go out with me, huh?
I mean, I apologize for my outburst. Follow me back to my dorm for a moment, and we'll collect the supplies we need. If we make careful haste, we may even be able to get to the dock before sunset.
You two kids have fun. But not too much fun.
Okay.
Don't make me lock you out of the room.
I just like that. Don't make me walk out of your room. If you'll be out all night. Ford laughs with a knee slap, and Ford smiles back with an eye roll as if this is part of their normal normal routine. It's very sweet friendship. From what I could tell, despite the obvious differences between the two young men. Okay, I see the journal. I see probably a photo of Stan and Ford. Pretty sure that's an anime character. I wonder where his Wizards Dungeons and Wizards and More Dungeons game is. Spider-Man and Batman. Okay. Despite the room belonging to two men in their 20s, it's surprisingly clean, aside from an array of sticky notes. Ask about the banjo and Rubik's Cube. Ask about the photo. Ask about the sticky notes. I'm gonna ask about the photo.
The photo of me and Stanley.
Okay, you sound... Oh, there. Ford seems a bit downcast.
It's a really long story, but that's a photo of my brother Stanley and I from when we were children.
And yeah, he definitely sound more like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove than Ford. Are you close? Were.
We were before.
I already know the answer.
Maybe another time.
I know, I'm not wanting to. I'm not wanting to probe any further. It's like, yeah, I already know what happened. Understand. Ford seemed to give a relieved smile. Okay, we could still ask about the banjo and Rubik's Cube.
Oh, those. Some pastimes Fiddleford enjoys. I don't mind the banjo so much as long as he doesn't play past 8.
It's like, you're trying to go to bed. Stop playing.
Otherwise, I quite enjoy it. As for the Cubik's Cube...
Cubik's Cube? You mean Rubik's Cube? Ford snickers a little mischievously.
He solves that thing without thinking. I love jumbling it up to mess with him.
I've done that. For some reason, there was a Rubik's Cube just left at work, and I just messed around with it.
I'm even working on one that's unsolvable, just to see what he does.
I would see that. Give me that one, Ford. For someone so straight-laced, it appears that Ford does in fact have a playful side. How cute. Ask about the sticky notes.
Oh, the research notes.
You don't have that on a notepad?
Yes, Fiddleford and I use these to keep track of things. Or to remind each other to pick up laundry.
I thought that right here would be the research notes, the journal.
Sometimes when we need to cool down, we play advanced tic-tac-toe.
Advanced tic-tac-toe?
Yes, there's more rules involved, more spaces, and more symbols.
Okay, so do you both do multiple symbols at the same time? Multiple symbols?
There are also elements of checkers and chess involved, as certain symbols can be traded or surrendered.
Okay. I don't want to play advanced tic-tac-toe.
It's really quite engaging.
Maybe if it was an RPG game, then maybe. I chuckle. What a dork. Continue. Anyway, what are we doing? What are we going to need for this monster hunt?
Well, let's see. I'll need my notebook, of course.
Oh, you mean the journal? Right here?
A couple flashlights.
Okay.
Some jelly beans.
You're going to lure the monster with jelly beans? No, that's probably for a snack.
What? No. Those are for me.
Jelly beans. Just get jelly babies.
I'll certainly share. Just let me know if you come across any that look strange or unusual. I have a collection.
Is it like the potato chips? Thanks, I love jelly beans. One time I found a weird jelly bean. I don't like jelly beans anyway. More for you. Oh, thanks, I love jelly beans.
Of course. They're the optimal snack for an adventure. Easily portable, generally quiet to munch on, and of course, the scent isn't strong. Unless you chew with your mouth open like my brother.
Stan's like... chuckles. It's like... Don't worry. I won't subject you to that.
Then we're perfect together.
Ford's eyes widened and he blushed.
I mean...
I think I know what you mean.
You know... As a team.
No, you mean this other way too, because you're blushing.
Anyways, the final thing we need is my camera.
Ford rummages around a bit and pulls out a Stanton branded camera. If I didn't know any better, I'll call it a silly pun. Oh, it is a silly pun. He hands the old piece of junk to me.
Top of the line, isn't it? The film on these always develops so fast in the darkroom. I can't understand why Fiddleford wants to upgrade it.
Because he's more into the tech side of stuff.
I think he's just afraid of the dark.
I snicker a bit, thinking about all of this information. It's like I will say some people love the older cameras because it gets a lot more. It is more artistic than a digital. I suppose in this time it was still commonplace to develop your photos in a darkroom. There's no instant upload in the 70s. Then there's a part of my mind that likes the idea of being in a dark little camped room with such a cute nerdy guy.
Would you go ahead and test the camera to make sure it's working properly for tonight, just in case? The less variables, the better.
Okay. Alright. It's like, take a picture of Ford. Alright, Ford, say cheese. Just blushes.
Do you want to use me as your test?
Yeah, why not? Sure. Plus, we have a good picture of you for the paper. Ford can't help but grin.
All right. As Ambassador Joseph E. Davies once said, cheese!
I hold the camera up and snap the photo.
Hopefully I didn't blink.
Wait, it looks more like the pictures from swimming over stands now. After we both have a good chuckle, I tuck the camera into the my knapsack for later.
Okay, I think we're just about ready. Unless you need anything from your dorm before we go.
My dorm?
Yes.
What dorm?
It is rather chilly tonight, after all. You may want to grab a jacket.
I was about to speak when I feel a breeze in the air.
So where do you stay?
Behind Ford is a glowing symbol on the wall. What do they mean? Okay. C A P E Cape. A Cape Fear. Could say it's east, honey. Cape Fear East. I live in Cape Fear East, part of the. I live in the Cape Fear East part of the campus. I live in the Cape Fear East part of the campus.
Oh, that's on the other side of campus. I tell you what. I'll loan you one of my sweaters.
Okay.
That way we can get to the docks before sunset.
Yay. You sure?
Certainly.
Ford tosses me a light grayish sweater with a collar and dark gray elbow patches. It's so incredibly 70s. But it's warm and soft and smells like a dentist's office. It's like, yeah, do I really want to have smell like a dentist's office? I hate the dentist. It's perfect.
I'll get it back later tonight, once we become accomplished scientists and I smoothly walk you to your dorm.
So it's a date then.
I mean... Oh dear.
Ford seems to misbreak around me a lot. Maybe he likes me? Another thing I think about is what Bill has been doing. Controlling my body, making the walls glow. Give me a permanent piercing job? Yeah. Because Bill's not a fairy. What is this guy? A demon. And what does he want with 40, really? To date him? Maybe I should tell Ford. I mean, he's into the paranormal stuff, so he'd probably believe me.
Don't you dare!
Of course. Bill? Right, you can hear my thoughts.
You can't blow your cover!
Just why not?
Because, kid, it's Ford. He can't know I'm here. He can't meet me yet.
Yeah, is this because of your breakup? I'm not reassured by this.
Well, it's not your job to be reassured. It's your job to hold up your end of our deal.
Yeah, maybe I should have made a deal. I should have realized deals mean demon.
Unless you want me to yank you away from Sixer and your perfect little 70s life.
Wait, I could go back to the 2025. I think I'm saying the 70s.
Not to mention the free dorm and education I got you. You're welcome.
Wait, free dorm and education? Okay. Crap. He's right. One day here, and I'm already have a free education, and then there's Ford. Maybe this could lead somewhere.
So?
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Perfect. You're gonna love your dorm room, by the way. Decorated it myself.
I don't want Bill Cipher decorating my room.
Now off on your lizard chase, human.
Right. I followed Ford as we walked down the sunset sidewalk of the university until we reached the downtown dock area. The autumn air had really started to show as a cold seems to wash over the air. Luckily, Ford's dorky sweater keeps me warm. He talks excitedly about the paranormal things he's seen in his life, his childhood adventures on the Glass Shards, New Jersey beach. His glasses keep falling down his nose from excitement.
So, long story short, I was grounded all summer, but it was all okay, really. My brother and I kept each other company, and I always had my books. My father didn't even think about taking those away.
Of course not. I chuckle along. Sounds like you had fun despite everything. You always had each other. Ford looks persuasive again as he stares out at the dock, which is now downcast in a starry sky at night.
Yeah. Sorry, am I talking too much?
No, I like hearing you talk. You're very interesting. Better than my trauma dumping. Maybe a little. No, I'm gonna go. No, I like hearing you talk. You're very interesting. Ford blushes and adjusts his glasses.
Really?
You sound surprised.
I am.
Ford, you're gonna be a very interesting person.
I mean, I'm not really the most charismatic guy. Actually, Fiddleford is the first friend I've had that I wasn't related to. And now there's... you.
Yay.
You just appeared today out of nowhere.
Yeah, about that. Your ex and your future ex brought me here.
I mean, I've never even seen you around BMU before. And yet, you seem to know just what to say to make me feel comfortable. Even though I'm sweating a lot.
You don't need to be nervous, Ford. I think you're really cool, and I don't want to judge or belittle you. Ford smiles down at the water.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful...
Before we can converse any further, we feel the ground shake beneath us. What was that?
Get the camera! I have a feeling that we're about to get a visit.
From Lily! I nod and obey Ford's request, reaching in my back and digging around the knapsack. Before I could reach it, a giant gray bee sweeps over our heads on the dock. Is that
Wilmington Willie.
End of Journal 1. The 40-foot long serpent leaps right over us. Are you able to get that picture? Are you able to get that picture? I shake my head out of my state of shock, and I slowly nod. Snap a picture of the tail. Take a picture of the fins. Take a shot of the head. I steady my hands. I'm able to get a perfect shot. Perfect. Now we can go. Oh. Before I can even finish, the beast lets out a blood-curdling scream and snaps up Ford. Ford! Ford hangs on for dear life as the thing rips around the water. Lion, help! What do I do? Every monster has a weakness. In my notebook, there's a list of weaknesses I've written in code. Why do you write in code? So, Della can't get her grubby hands on it. What the heck is Della? Never mind, just use the decipher and quick. Okay, so we still have a little... It'll be hard to get the decipher. It's hard to see the decipher. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it. I just went back and looked at the footage I already made for the game, so molasses. Molasses, that's the weakness. That's its weakness. That's right, I nearly forgot. But where are we gonna get... My attention is directed towards Fiddleford, who shows up with a can of molasses in hand. Here, YN, catch. I nod and hold my hand out, perfectly catching the can of molasses and crack it open against the ground. Here, come here, fishy. Nice, yummy molasses. The beast sniffs the air and drops Ford into the water with a splash. Ford! I'm okay, but you better step out of the way of that knucklehead. Get behind, Fiddleford. Wait. I'm okay, but you better step out of the way of that knucklehead. Get behind, Fiddleford. I move behind Fiddleford, looking for some sort of protection. He picks me up bridal style and saves me. You're right. I look back at the monster, who is now gobbling away at the molasses can as Ford sneaks past it to meet us. Once a beast finishes its snack, it slithers back in the its watery prison, satisfied for now. What was that about? What? Scooping YN up like you're some sort of superhero. Oh, he's jealous. Was Ford jealous? Well, I wasn't gonna let YN get swallowed up by Willie. Ford opens his mouth to speaks, but ends up seeming to back off. Seems he wants to be the one to save me. It looks like Mr. Scientist has a bit of an ego. What are you doing here anyway? I thought you had a date with Emma May. Fiddleford looks towards the ground with an almost guilty look on his face. We got in a bit of a fight. I'm sure we could patch it up like usual. But luckily my date ended early, or you both would have been Willy feed. The three of us chuckle. Anyhow, we better get back to the campus. We can develop the photo you took in the morning, YN. I reckon I should chaperone you two unworry kids. It's pronounced chaperone. Hot to go. Whatever. Anyway, we're roughly the same age, give or take a few months. You know what I mean. For sure. Ford chuckles uncharacteristically, shoves Fiddles Fids in the arm. The two men chuckle like unruly brothers. It's sweet, but it makes me wonder about Ford's aforementioned brother. You mean Stan? We could give him next route. It's not like he has an evil twin or something. He's not evil. Right? He's not evil. He's just more scam artist. We eventually made it back to where Ford assures me is my dorm area. Bill has reminded me that I'm looking for room 2319 of this one. Fids decided to give me some privacy to say goodnight to Ford, graciously walking me to my door. You know, despite the craziness, I had a lot of fun tonight. Me too. And you got a photo. I can't wait to develop it. I know, right? With any luck, it will be in the paper soon. And not just that. See, there's a grant I'm trying to get, and if I get it, I continue my research in Gravity Falls. I swear I wanted to keep listening, but at this point, I notice Ford's lips. They're so close. They're practically beckoning me with their passionate ramblings. Despite it being really fast, I can't deny my attraction to this nerd. I want to kiss him. Shove that up with your mouth. Come off. Tell him that you have to go. Oh, I won't listen to him, but shove him up with your mouth. I take a breath and lean in a bit closer. Ford seems to stop mid-sentence and starts sweating like a madman. Am I in? Yes? I think I want to stop talking now. Ford nervously leans in. Before I can do or say anything else, the door to my dorm room burst open, and standing in the doorway is a girl with bad 60s hairdo. Stanford, what are you doing here with your enormous... Oh, this is a fan character. Griseldelva? Griseldelva? Is that the name he was talking about earlier? Well, duh. This is my dorm. Which I need to remind you to stay away from. I could say the same thing to you. You lose. Ford, who is this? This is Griseldelva. Northeast. Or northeast. And northwest is technically Gravity Falls, and we were talking about that and their route, so I wonder, she's the other person trying to go for my grant money. You mean my grant money? You'll probably just use it to hire a person to pretend to date you. Or wait, it looks like you're already getting a head start. Griseldelva lets out one of the most annoying laughs I ever heard as Ford blushes. Now, what are you doing here? Trying to steal my project idea? Oh, sweet molasses. No, sweet Moses. I don't need your foolish tripe. My project will blow yours out of the water. I'm here to drop Y in here. This is their dorm. Griselda's eyes widen and she looks at me with nervousness. You're my new roommate? Griselda looks at Ford annoyed. Seems like an evil plan, if you ask me. Evil plan? Don't worry about Griselda. She reads too many fantasy books. Probably. Look, all I'm saying is it's pretty suspicious that the person you're going to study with happens to be my new roommate on the exact semester we need to submit our project on. Seems like a spy situation to me. Okay, I'll go in their dorm and slip in the floor. Going steady? Ford goes red, and I can't help but giggle. Ford seems to calm down at the sound of my laughter and smile. Well, fine. It doesn't matter anyway. I've written my notes in code. You did too. Not to mention, my project isn't even here right now. Sounds like you don't even have a project. Oh, you'd love that, wouldn't you? For your information, my project is incubating. So is it hatching elsewhere? Well, anyway, Ryan, meet your. You know where. Ryan, meet me. You know where at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Okay. I smile, assuming he means the dark room to develop the photos before heading inside the dorm room for some well-needed sleep. And then... Ryan? Huh? Ryan, are you... Ryan, are you... Ryan? I blink and see the guy in my this guy in my dream. Oh, it's the time guy. He's dressed in all silver, like a baked potato. Yeah, I'm Ryan. Who are you? I'm Blendin. I'm work for the time police. The what? The Time Paradox Avoidance Enforcement Squadron. So you're a time traveler like me? Well, no, I'm not like you. I'm working to ensure that no one is violating any time laws and you have a huge violation. Oh yeah, because I'm kind of screwing up time right now. Violation? What did I do that violated? That's a violation exactly. You're not from 1970 something. Oh, I know. Nor do you have a permit to be here. I need a permit? Yes, you do. God, you old people and your lack of time law knowledge. Doesn't have, if we don't have the knowledge because it didn't exist yet. Look, Ryan, I need to know exactly how you got here, and then we need to take you home. Just then Bill's laughter fills the air. What the? Well, that's Bill. A giant version of Bill grows up from my dreamscape and laughs maniacally down at Blendin's form. Nice try, flesh puppet. Ryan made a deal with me. Shook my hand and everything. And you know how I get about my friends. Blendin turns back to me with a look of terror on his face. You shook hands with him? Yeah, I didn't know who he was. Well, technically I do. Do you know what you've done, you? before Blendin can finish, Bill snapped his fingers and Blendin seemed to disintegrate. That's more like it. Bill shrinks back down to his normal form and hovers over to me. Bill, did you kill that guy? Psst, I wish. No, I didn't kill him. Probably make him want to die. Then what was that? Oh, it was just... Look, kid, that guy was an invader. Come to take your mind for himself. Like a computer virus. And when you let me into your mind, it's like a sweet antivirus. No, wait, is it? It's more like a virus. But he said he was we had a violation. Oh, look, don't worry about it, all of that. He's just a guy who can't bear to see other people succeed. He's from a distant future, you know. We're buying a house and finding love is even harder than in your time. He's jealous. Bill, I don't know. This seems like a lot. Maybe I should just go home. Go home? Why, don't be ridiculous. You've never been happier. I've taken care of everything you need. Even things you don't know about. What? Never mind that. Look, I'll be out of your hair soon enough. I have other people to help. Like a CERN portal building nerd. Oh yeah, because he's your ex. But before that, I have to make sure it's not ruined. You have to keep him happy like you've been doing. Encourage his academia. You're finally happy, right? Well, yes. Good. Now go and wake up. I have to do some cleaning up. But I shot up from the bed with a deep gasp. Oh, we have Book of Steve. Oh, yeah, that was Steve. Steve. Look at that. That's hilarious. Book of Steve instead of Book of Bill. That's a good cameo right there. Like everything, fan art for human Bill. I check my watch, 9:30 a.m. I better get ready, I guess. Something preppy. Ford's nerdy sweater that I conveniently forgot to return. Something comfy. With my outfit picked from the day, I head out of the dorm room. No sign of Griselda. Good. I walk through the hallway when I see Ford standing outside a room. He waves me silently with a camera in his hands. Exceptional. I mean, that sweater of mine looks better on you than it does on me. Really? Yes, I think it's best for you to hang on to it. Are you sure, Ford? Why, yes. It only makes sense. Are you ready to get these developed? I nod with a smile as Ford leads us to the dark room. Now let's see here. We enter the dark room, which seems to not only be devoid of light, but also devoid of outside noise. All I can hear are our footsteps and breath. It's honestly sort of intimate. Now I'm already taken the liberty of sizing these correctly and setting up. All we need to do is begin to the developer process. Relax for a bit and try to be careful here. It's quite dark. Yeah, because it's a dark room. I take a seat in the oddly placed nearby. I take a seat in an oddly placed nearby rocking chair and watch Ford begin to process and develop the photos. It's cool to watch it, but it smells like vinegar. actually don't know what the dark room smells like. It's about this time when I noticed that there's a few pans of various liquids being used to develop the photos. They're all relatively clear, aside from the last pan. Ford, what's that last pan? Ford focuses his attention on the strange yellow liquid. Hopefully not a prank. Out of curiosity, I grab a coffee stir from my pocket and decide to poke the liquid. Nothing seems to happen other than the usual ripple. Well, it doesn't smell like urine, so that's a good sign. Ew! Ford laughs. The smell does appear stronger, though. Yeah, it's like chalky. I have to agree. What? It's like, yeah, yellow, is it Ford? Is it, Bill stuff? It's just that I find your curiosity to be extremely attractive. I blink in shock, surprised at what Ford said. What? You're very attractive, actually. I hadn't felt like that since grade school. Sweet Moses. Shut up, Ford. I can't. It's like, are you okay? Well, I turn the light on, but it's a dark room. But the photo, I can make another copy. Just turn the lights on. I nod and run to the light switch. We both immediately look at the fourth pan and notice its label. Project 2940. Truth Serum, Gliz Delta, Northeast. Really? Did she really have to be in the dark room? Warning, do not touch. What would that woman put a label in the dark? It's like, why would you put in the dark room? This is literally a room for photography majors, probably. Maybe it was the incorporation thing she was talking about. It's like, Moses, I'm screwed. If this invention works, I have to say whatever is on my mind. Oh, don't worry, it's in the dark room. We can toss it because it's a chemical it can chemically ruin the photos for the dark room. As will you. Whatever. She says she get out of the room. Ask if he likes you. Ask about the your interrupted goodbye last night. I'll just ask if he likes me. I know. She should get out of the room. It's probably best if we get out of here, then get some air. Some things are better left unsaid. Yeah, I suppose you're right on that. After exiting the dark room, getting away from Griselda's invention, we run into the woman herself outside. Ah, I knew it. This is a dark room. Oh, joy, you. I knew it. Butthole, this is a dark room. I knew it. I knew you were stealing my project. Do you know what a dark room is? People are the one that goes and belittles her to no end. It's like, this is a dark room for photography. You don't put that in there. If anything, you put it in a science room or a friend's dorm or your own dorm. No, I wasn't. Wayne and I were simply trying to develop our photos, and we were mentioning that we were gonna. Oh, I know it. He said, "You know where." Like a likely story. Where's the Delta? You're dumber than dirt. I'm certain that YN broke into my notes, decoded them, and we led you here so you could sabotage me. Okay, Ford, grab her legs, I grab her hands, we're gonna throw her out the window. You're being ridiculous. I would be belittling her right no end, as usual. Well, joke's on you. I have a new invention that I'm keeping right up here, Pines. Griselda taps her head as if to gesture to her brain. Give Griselda a sick burn. Tell Ford to be nicer. Defend yourself. I'm gonna give her a sick burn. I don't care if she's my roommate. She's dumber than dirt. Right. In that badly done hairdo, huh? It's like, wait. Both Ford and Griselda pause in shock before Ford laughs outright. Oh goodness. Griselda is not that bright. This is extremely humorous. Well, blows won't get you that grant money, you know. No, I can insult your intelligence, though. Because no one should put their project into a dark room that's meant for people developing photos that probably use it for their classes, and they probably will use it when you can't even read the label. Because it's supposed to be a dark room. But the project I'm actually cooking up will. Yeah, sure. I still think this is suspicious. And I plan on getting to the bottom of this. Okay, good luck with that. I don't think you're gonna get very far. That grant money is mine. Before we could say anything, Griselda storms off in an angry huff. Who put the bee in her who peed in her Cheerios? My mother used to say that. It's like, no, I didn't know the other one, so. Do you get homesick for your parents very often? What did you say you were from again? How do you know Griselda? Oh goodness. Believe it or not, we are lab partners during a class in freshman year. She actually is very bright, but we could never agree on anything. Oh, she's not very bright. The darkroom thing is just makes me think, no. She's just so stubborn and self-centered sometimes. I mean, she's a narcissist? Because I might explain a lot. So, not like you, right? Ford blushes. I totally called him out. Fair point. Where did you say you were from again? Glass Shards, New Jersey, if you believe it. I actually grew up in a pawn shop in the lead paint district. With a family of ecocentrics. I hope Sherman is faring well with that. Sherman? My other brother. The youngest. Do you get homesick from your parents very often? Ford looks as if he's trying to decide. the answer to that question quietly weighing the pros and cons. Well, his bird won't do good. Not really. I mean, I certainly miss my mother some days. I mean, do good about the fact gets married, has kids, that they have and then those kids have kids, and then we get Maple, Dipper and Maple. I mean, I certainly miss my mother some days, but my father made me feel a bit suffocated. With love? Love? I'm not sure. I mean, I suppose praise for me, for my accomplishments, and encourage me to keep striving for perfection could be love, right? But it's usually just felt like there was alternative motives involved from my father. It was less of a feeling that I myself was uplifted, and more a feeling of needing to be the best at everything, or he'll treat me like Stanley. Oh yeah, your brother? Yeah, my dad always called him the stupid twin. Whenever he screwed up, my father reminded me how grateful he was that I wasn't like him. Yeah, that would make me irritated. I suppose I feared that I ever failed or messed up or defended Stanley, that I'll lose his approval too. Okay, his dad was seriously a butthole. Anyway, I'm going to walk to the dark room downtown. Can I meet you in the library when I finish? Yeah, that would be great. Excellent. I'll see you then. With that, Ford waves me off, and I'm left alone with my thoughts. Darn, his father was a butthole. But knowing that he was afraid of losing his love definitely made me realize why he's so determined and headstrong. Before I can continue thinking, I'm yanked back into the dark room by a hand. What's the big idea? It's Blendin again. Finally gotcha. Time-traveling potato suit guy. To be continued. Oh yeah, next chapter be the next one. The last one, I believe. So, I think it's a month when it comes out. So if you like my content, please subscribe, like the video, help out, and comment down below. See you guys next time.